nicest people, our deals are number one. You'll love Dave's, Dave's Soda and Pet City. We make shopping for your pet fun, 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 fun.
We're filming. Hey everybody, and welcome to Dave's Pet Show. I'm standing here with young Matthew, who has a birthday coming up. He's going to be an old man.
Shop accordingly.
Right, and Cindy, who we have a very, very important announcement. We are having, Cindy did this whole thing. We are having an adopt-a-thon.
Yes, we are.
Which you put a ton of work into.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us what it is?
An adopt-a-thon is a one-stop shop for you to come and find your next pet, or first pet if that's the case.
Yeah.
We're gonna have ferrets, rabbits, dogs, cats, kittens, puppies. Santa's even coming.
Really?
Yes, Santa.
An
will be
adopt a
here.
Santa?
Adopt
Cool.
a Santa.
Yes.
Yeah, you like that, huh, Matthew?
And not only are we gonna have shelters here, but we're gonna have trainers here, because when you get a pet, you have to, of course, have them trained.
Right.
So it's like literally a one-stop shop for everything you need for your pet, to adopt one and even get the pet the same day as well.
Right. So we have, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, just about every adoption agency
Yes. We have
in the
some,
world are going to be here, right?
Pretty much. We have some even coming from New York,
Yeah.
New Hampshire, Vermont.
Yeah.
They're all coming down. Siamese, Great Danes, big dogs, small dogs.
Small dogs, everybody. So
Everyone.
yeah. So,
Nice.
folks, December's a great time. Christmas is a great time to get your pet. And you know, originally I thought that it wasn't, and then I read the lady from Dakin, Leslie, wrote an article in the Springfield newspaper that it is actually a good time. So, if she says it's a good time, it's a good time. And so I don't, you know, all different breeds will be here. Cindy has been on the phone like 24 hours a day. And right, it's ferrets, it's birds, is the parrot lady I mean,
We're still trying
we're
to
still
get
getting
her.
that parrot. I
but
mean, it's like
reptiles. We're trying to.
right, reptiles, any kind of you know, animal that you could possibly want to adopt will be here. And so we got to tell them when and
Yep.
where.
December 1st, right here in the Agawam store.
Yep.
And it's going to be from 10 to 2.
Okay.
Are there fish rescues?
I haven't
yeah,
found one
you
yet.
know, and you know what we also got to mention is we're starting our new program.
Yes, the Responsible Pet Owners
The
Club.
right, which is very cool. Why don't you tell us about that, Miss Cindy?
We're going to start a program called the Responsible Pet Owners Club. If you get your pet spayed or neutered, or if you adopt a pet, Dave's is going to send you a $5 gift certificate every month for 12 months. So if you adopt a pet and then get them spayed and neutered, overall you could get $120 back in the form of a gift card for the whole year.
Right. So we want to help pay for the cost of spay and neuter, and the cost of adopting. And if you spay and neuter your pet, will we give you
both.
more? You will give you both. Right. Absolutely. No, we won't really. No, because you can't do that, you know.
What?
You can't spay and neuter your pet.
Oh.
Right. So anyway,
confused pet.
Cindy's been working very hard. So again, folks, this is December 1st. Tell all your friends. This is going to be like the greatest event in Western Mass.
I think it's the best one we've done yet.
Yeah. It's just, it's fabulous. So anyway, thank you very much. Now,
Thank you.
now you got to leave the show now, Cindy,
I
because
know,
Matt
back
and
to
I,
work.
yeah, it's back to work. Take your poster. Back to
Thank
work,
you.
Cindy. Get back there.
See ya,
Get
Sam.
on the phone.
See ya.
Okay. Operators are standing by.
They're standing by. We're ready to go.
What do you got,
This is
Matt?
a fish net.
Oh.
Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
It's an interesting invention. All right.
So
well,
can I brag for a minute? So you know where I was yesterday?
where were you yesterday?
I was at Bentley College because I was elected into elect is not the right name, but I was I'm put into the Massachusetts Retail Hall of Fame,
Wow.
which was very cool. We were at Bentley College, and Boston Herald was there to cover it. And
Wow.
there's a big write-up. Yeah, it was very cool.
Congratulations.
It's very cool when you get honored by your peers.
That's
It was.
amazing.
I didn't have to
That's
pay
good.
anybody off or anything to
Right.
to do that, so it was kind of cool. All right,
That's
so
always a
enough-
plus.
Yeah, it's always a plus. Enough bragging. What do you got?
Okay, well, might as well get going on the fish end of it here.
Yeah.
Coming up to 3 minutes. Okay, coming
Yeah,
up.
but we can go a little bit.
Okay, coming up to the holidays, We have all those box sets and fish tanks that
Yeah.
we showed up the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, we got to put something in it, so we might as well take a look at some of the
What do we got?
goodies
Let me get out of the way
that
here.
we started with.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to start with some really cool
great
looking
white sharks.
Look at these catfish. These
Oh, they're catfish.
These are catfish. But you got it. Look at, they look just like sharks.
Yeah.
These are known as silver shark catfish or tricolor catfish. Everything about it screams shark. Look at the look. Look at the top fin on there, the dorsal fin, the colorations. If you're looking for something, of course, you can't keep a great white shark in your fish tank, but if you're looking for something that has that cool look, this is an amazing
Serious
fish.
question. These look like brackish water fish of the.
These will live. That's exactly right. They will actually take. These will actually take a little bit of salt in the water,
Yeah.
as would swordtails, mollies, a lot of the guppies. A lot of different fish will. So they're quite adaptable. You can even acclimate these for those who have a saltwater tank.
Yeah.
If you acclimate them slowly, you can put them over into a saltwater tank.
What does that mean? You dip them in for a couple minutes a day?
Every day you put them in a tank, in their own tank, and keep adding more salt each day until you get
Oh.
it up to its salt,
Okay.
matches your saltwater tank.
Okay.
These are fantastic scavengers. They
Yep.
will grab
they keep
any.
it because they.
Look at, yeah, there's not a
Right.
scrap of food left over in there. They will suck up every little bit of leftover food
Yep.
in there.
Yep.
They get to a nice size, so you can get.
Now, serious question. You can't put them in with little guys, right?
Yeah, any rule of thumb, any catfish that has long whiskers will eat small fish. Any catfish.
And never put them in with mousefish.
No, they'll chase them down.
Yeah.
That's not. Neon tetras, baby guppies, stuff like that are fair game.
Yeah.
But fish their own size that can't fit in their mouth, they're not going to bother.
All right.
So if you've
what
got,
else you got? You said you had some other.
we're going to move right on down. This is an old favorite. We haven't done these in a while. You probably know what these guys
No.
are. These are babies.
Oh.
These are actually babies. These are two different color Oscars. We've got a red tiger Oscar right here. You
Yeah.
can see the neat patterns
That's
and
sort of the
markings.
one you always see, right?
Yeah, you see these, but look at this over here. You've got the albino form, the red albino. And these guys here are always a fun fish because they get huge. They do eat a lot of other fish, so you have to watch out what you put them with. And you also want to make sure you have a big enough tank to house them because they can get up over a foot. But they're a fun fish because they'll recognize you. They'll come up and beg for food.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're algae scraping or cleaning your tank, they'll rub up against your arm like a cat. You can actually pet them in the water. They're actually very friendly towards people. Bet you didn't know that.
No.
Okay, moving right along. This is always a fun fish that people like. It's a platy. It's a live-bearing fish, one of the better fish for beginners because they're easy to keep. They multiply rapidly. They don't lay eggs. They have
Yeah.
live babies, so you can have, and they come in all different colors. All different shades. No two look the same, so you have a lot of neat patterns. Some have high fins, some have short fins. If you look down in this tank, these are some smaller platies.
Oh.
Look at the tail.
What are these, like the runts of the litter?
These are the small little ones. They're not quite as big as those, but they're inexpensive.
No kidding,
Right.
Sherlock.
Yes, wasn't that? But look at, they're called Mickey Mouse platies because look on the tail.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse heads turned on their side.
No.
See that?
Yeah. Are the females mini?
There you go, Minnie and Mickey. All right, we gotta go on down here.
Okay.
This is really cool. This is awesome. Look
Looks
at these.
like a regular little white fish.
What do you look at the face? What's missing?
Eyes.
They have no eyes. These are cavefish, eyeless cavefish. And you can see that little piece of algae wafer in there? They go
Yeah.
by sense of smell. They hunt around all day looking for food. They live in caves in Mexico, but they can live just fine in a fully bright lit tank. For those of you who have the new glow tanks with the actinic blue lighting, they color up and they glow great in the dark. So it's a really actually very neat fish to watch, especially if you watch the way they feed on
Do they
stuff.
bump into each other and
Well,
stuff?
look at that. Yeah, you can see them bumping each other, but they actually can navigate quite well, and they
With
can
their
find
sense of
food
smell
with that sense of
in the
smell.
water.
See that? How they're catching that food right there?
That's
They're
insane.
That's actually really, really, really cool. It's a neat novelty, and it's great because
And
they'll eat
what are
leftover.
you feeding them?
That's just a little algae wafer, just a little pellet that I put in. You put in flake food, they'll eat anything you put in there because
Yeah.
they're always sniffing around looking for food. And they, as you can see, they can navigate around the other fish just fine. All sense of that lateral line, that line that runs down the back,
Yeah.
is actually a sensory organ. It's almost like a GPS for a fish or a
kinda.
navigation aid.
Yeah.
So they sense stuff around them, and then that tells them when to turn, when to climb, when to drop.
That's very cool. Man.
Very cool, very neat fish.
All right,
This
what else
one
you got?
here is a great one right here. Where'd my net go?
He's
Oh, hold on.
weird looking.
He's weird looking, but these are chocolate. There's a couple beautiful discus
Knife,
in
is
there.
that a knife fish?
This is a knife fish. These guys here are chocolate ghost knife fish. And if you can see them right here, almost looks like a feather. Almost looks
Yeah.
like a feather in one. These fish are neat because they actually have a form of radar. They're an electric pulse. They emit a little electric pulse because they have very poor eyesight. They, like the cave fish, they don't have very good eyesight. So they actually will emit a charge through the water that hits an object and then reflects back to them, just like radar, so they can tell what's around them, if there's food nearby, if there's an object. You can see there's a hamster tube in the water.
And they swim through the
They
water
swim
like a knife
like
through butter.
They knife through the water. Yeah, well, actually they do. They're very agile swimmers.
Yeah.
You can see they don't have any dorsal fin, but they do have a really, really, really long ventral fin on the bottom.
Yeah.
And they can actually swim backwards, forwards, up, down, sideways.
And so let's see, they're in with discus.
They're in-
So do they need any kind of special water? Because don't
Just
discus need?
Discus are the tank raised discus. These are all, this guy right here is a discus fish, this little
Yeah.
guy right there.
Yeah.
They are tank raised. They are not the wild caught ones that need
Yeah.
all the special water.
Yeah.
These guys can live as long as the water is clean, the water is warm.
pH around
pH
7?
around 7.0, 7.0 to
Yeah.
7.4 is fine.
Yeah.
As long as the water is clean, neat, they thrive. They're very peaceful.
Yeah.
Like I said, these guys are easy to keep.
So we're going to keep going, Joe. So these kinds of fish, we'll have one break. Yeah. These fish are for advanced hobbyists or
These are more of
starters?
an intermediate one because, like I said, they do require a little bit different food. They will pick
Yep.
at flakes, but they do like frozen food. They
Yep.
do like frozen brine shrimp,
Yep.
frozen bloodworms, things like that.
Yep.
It's not difficult to keep, and then really just keeping the water clean. So it's not like a platy where you just drop, or a goldfish where you just
Yeah.
drop it in an unheated tank. You do want to have a little, at least a couple months fish experience before you branch out to these guys. But
No,
like I said,
I have a serious question though.
Mm-hmm.
So like when the knife fish sleep, do they spoon?
God. That's the serious question of the day.
Just a
Yeah,
question.
that was a good one there. But this
And when they come to a fork in the road?
they come to a fort, there you go. There
Yeah, I
you
wonder
go.
which way they
there
go.
you go.
All right, with that, Joe wants us
But
to.
they're not very sharp.
But they're
That
not
wasn't
very sharp. Right.
That was kind of dull.
Right,
Yeah.
that was a cutting remark. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe wants us to take a break, and when we come back, we'll be come back with more stimulating intellectual
conversation here. yeah.
conversation.
Dave Soda, Pet Food City, yeah.
Well, here we are back again, and it's time to take the wrap off our next wrap coat. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's with it.
Okay, I got you.
I know you haven't done the show in a long time, but
I
we
know,
don't
I
want you to
forgot how to
lose.
do it.
Right,
I
right.
forgot how to do
Right.
it.
So-
Well, this is our fashion.
Well, not really, because Vinny isn't here.
I
we
know,
got to get
but
Vinny.
we'll pretend
but
that he's
we'll
here.
pretend. Right.
Everybody has to have a jean jacket.
Yes, I have one.
I do too, and it's about 100 years old.
Yeah, yeah. So
But
let
isn't
me
that
hold
cool?
it. You can describe it.
It has its little pockets here,
Yes.
so you can put maybe little treats in there.
Treats nothing.
Yes, sir. Look
This is what you do with a G. You put your pack of Luckies in there,
at you roll up your sleeve.
and you roll up the sleeves.
And it
right.
also has a little area where his leash would hook onto his collar.
Yeah.
And these are 100% washable.
Yep.
And they're
Oh, and a knee
very
pad,
easy
very easy
to
to put on,
Just
which is the big deal.
Velcro,
Right.
And in there, it's adjustable.
Yes.
Your dog puts on a few pounds over the
Yes.
winter.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's very
Isn't
cool.
that cute?
Yes, I like this, and they're very reasonably priced
Right,
because here's why. The
You got a deal.
amazing buyer at the organization got such a deal on these.
Is that the one who's the CEO?
Yes, yes, CIO.
CIO. EIEIO.
No, CIO, Chief Instigating Officer,
Right.
is what we like to say. But anyway, I cleaned them out
I know
of these. So we got them, they literally are half off of what the retail would be. So now, speaking, while we're on this brand, would you put that over there, please?
Oh, sure.
Thank you, Vanna. I want to talk about,
I don't get paid when Vanna gets
yeah,
paid.
you're not kidding. I want to talk about the best dog coat in the world, right?
These are nice.
Right. So this is the same fabric
That we have,
that we
the
have the
beds.
beds are.
Right.
And Vanna, would you please get me that water? Let me show you why these are the best. These are
I don't wanna-
antibacterial.
I don't wanna
No,
end
just
up-
a little bit. Just,
I know,
just
but
pour
I
a
don't
little
want
bit.
to
I'll drink it.
pouring it on your shoe.
No, I'll drink it. Look.
Look at that. It
Look,
beads
it beads
right up.
right up. So when the dog gets out in the rain or whatever,
Let's see if you can balance that.
I'm doing good. See, it's right there. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That's
So this is
adjustable
obviously
as well.
for a big one. But all kidding aside, this is a company called Doggone Smart Beds. They've grown into a huge company, by the way.
Yeah. And the quality of the merchandise from this company, I
Right.
mean, generally, if you see stitching like this on some products, it's not even, it's
Yep.
crooked, but look at that.
Yeah,
I can't even sew that good.
yeah, yeah. And so this is
Again,
quilted.
your
Yep, you got the leash goes through here. It's really easy to put on. It's got this great. Now this is the interesting part. This is the antibacterial
Right.
stuff in
Right.
here, and you know what, folks? It works. So this is the story with this.
You got all kinds of stories.
Well, they had a very large order from a very large company who canceled the order.
Oh dear.
So they called me and said, we have all these coats.
Oh dear.
Would you like some of them?
Right.
So I said,
Of course.
of course we'll take them. And this is absolutely as legit can be. The retail on these are $49.99 and they're half price. So
Right,
they're 25
right.
bucks. This is the best buy in the history of the world, folks, for your dog. It is.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, why I like these too, they're very easy to put on. You know, with the sweater or
Yeah, I
the
know.
coat, you
Yeah.
gotta put the legs.
Yeah.
Dogs don't like all that fussing.
Right.
Look at this. Clip. Clip.
Yeah.
Done.
Done. You're done. So these are just they're fabulous.
They are.
So, but we do have some other styles in case you would like other styles,
You're
correct?
making a big mess.
I'm making a big mess.
Now these are great as well.
Fido Fleece, we've been selling these for a long time.
Yep. They're for little dogs. You can't beat these because this covers up their belly as well.
Yeah.
Almost totally.
Yeah.
Okay, and 2 little feet, right up over the back.
What are these for two-legged dogs?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You don't need any more. Done deal. Oop.
Right. So it just goes. You don't worry about the back feet. No.
Aren't
And they're
those
very cute.
cute?
Yeah, we got all different kinds of,
And
of
colors
patterns.
and
Right. Right. Now, I thought, what if you want a real jacket? But you know, the fact is, if you bought the doggone smart bed, you don't need the jacket
Right.
because that one's water does the same thing with the water.
Right,
But
right.
this is a regular like a LL Bean parka for crying
Right,
out
and
loud.
this has a
And
reflective
if the dog
strip.
skis,
It has a reflective.
reflective. So the
reflected-
Saint Bernard can come over and they can have a shot together, right?
Right, because he's got the
Because
brandy.
he's got the brandy. Right.
But these are also have. Oh, look at that! Isn't that cute?
It is.
Oh, you know what?
What?
Oh, I thought they were reversible.
No, Zach. No. Well, I don't know. What,
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Why would they put the paw on the inside?
Well,
Why wouldn't they put it on the outside?
I'm going to call them and ask them.
Oh, you get right on
Yeah,
that.
I will. But they're very nice,
And
right?
all these coats that we're showing are 100% machine washable.
Which is very important.
Yep.
Yes. So we got a few other styles,
Raincoat.
and I promise that Vinny will be back here to do this because Vinny's father's going to get really mad at me.
You know what? When Tia was alive, she had a yellow raincoat. I mean, it has to be yellow. And he would put it on her, and she'd go outside, and I swear
Embarrassed?
she'd turn around and look at me and say, "What are you thinking? I don't need a raincoat. I'm a dog."
I like these are cool
Yeah.
though.
And this also has a little pocket for the Luckies.
Yep.
Put the Luckies right in there.
Yep. Yep.
No, believe it or not, though, some dogs don't like rain. They don't like the little.
Trudy could care less. Will go out in anything.
Yeah.
Augie does not like the rain.
You have a raincoat for him?
No. Yeah, he just won't go out. He won't go off the porch.
Oh, jeez. How
Right?
about
He'll
when-
hold it for like 9 years.
But these are nice and also very easy to put on with
Yep.
not a lot of
Yeah.
hullabaloo.
Yep.
I like all these with the Velcro attachments because it makes everybody's life a lot easier.
Right. Right. Now that looks good.
Oops.
All right. So we're
Whoopsie.
done with this. Is sort of the fall fashion. We got
Get
one
that.
more,
One more little
because in case you want a fur coat. Right? And folks, this is genuine man-made fur. Right?
And this is
Which one is this? Oh, this is another doggone smart bed one. No, it's not. No, it does look like, right. This is cute. You like these?
It is
No,
cute.
no, see, this one, you don't like these though.
Not for me.
Right.
My fingers are.
You know what?
don't
Not
work.
for me either.
They don't work as well as they used to.
Boom.
I saw that.
No,
coming.
I don't like this.
No. It's.
Here we go.
You know what? It's just a matter of we make it look a lot harder than it is. It's just you have to squeeze it the right way. But a lot of people have.
I like the Velcro.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep. Okay. Send them back. All right, so when we go back, folks, there's a couple of cat things that I want to talk to you about, amazingly enough, not dog stuff, but cat stuff. We'll be back in just a minute. Hey everybody, so we're back and I just want to show you a couple of very neat cat foods that we have. I'm very encouraged that more and more veterinarians are suggesting strongly to their clients that the cats eat more canned food than they do dry food. Cats are carnivores, number one. Number two, many cats don't get enough moisture in their systems. And a canned food, I don't care if it's my brand or Applause or whatever, they're 76 to 78% moisture. So even if your cat doesn't like to drink water, which an amazing amount of cats don't like to, they're getting moisture if they're eating the cans. There's also fewer calories if you buy a meat-based can than there is in a dry, because I don't care whose brand of dry you're using, they've got to have starch or something in there to form the kibble. So your cat is probably, and your vet will agree with me, I bet, better off if it's eating a canned food than it is a dry food. So there are a few ones that I want to talk about, and one of them is, because cats are so finicky, some of them are a real pain in the neck. We have a brand called Fussy Cat, which is only 69 cents for a 3-ounce can of food, or I think it's either 69 or 79 cents, it's one of those. But it's a very, very, very palatable food. We are selling tons of it. So sometimes folks come in and they see foods here, they don't want to, they think they're going to be more expensive because they're in a specialty store. They're not. And our customers love them. Now, let's say that your cat, did I even bring a can of Dave's? I didn't. So I want to bring over a couple of new ones. Evo is not new, but Evo is a 95% meat food. So if your cat is overweight, this is the same with people, dogs, cats, everywhere. If your cat is overweight, and many cats are overweight, I don't want them to hear and get angry at me, what needs to be done is you need to feed less dry and more canned. And you want to can food that has fewer carbs, right? It's the same with people. It's fewer carbs, more protein. So what I like about Evo is that it is, in fact, a 95% meat-based food. Huge deal, folks. Huge deal. Now, there are a couple of other brands on the market. This is a new one that we just got at a trade show called Applause. And one of the reasons that we like Applause, I'm going to have to read this to you, Joe, so I'm going to have to turn this, is this is a chicken breast with cheese, okay? There are only 4 ingredients in it. The ingredients are chicken, chicken broth, cheese, and rice. No additives, suggested daily, fresh water. This is for, if you have a finicky cat, this stuff is absolutely unbelievable. Now, we only have 1 minute left. This is important. So a product like this is intended for intermittent or supplemental feeding. You got to be careful when you buy these foods. This is not a full and balanced meal for a cat because it's basically meat and cheese. They didn't put in the other proteins and nutrients that cats need. So this is supplemental in addition to whatever else you're feeding. So if your cat loves dry food, You feed way less of the dry food. You add this in, the cat's way better off. So do we have time for one more? The other one I want to talk about is one of my favorite foods called Waruva. They are also are extremely palatable foods. We've been carrying these for years. We sell tons of them. If you have a finicky cat, folks, Waruva. They make about 150 different flavors. God bless cats. You know, dogs is so easy. You make chicken, they eat chicken for their whole lives, right? This is just, it's a great line of food. I know the owners. It's a small company. They actually were the ones who made my food, my canned cat food for me when we first started out. So are we done yet, Joe? Are we out of time? Is that a yes? We're done. All right. Good night, everybody. Meow.
One.